What's up, guys? Back in the garage again. Something that I went ahead and ordered and just kind of started on. I went ahead and got the Willwood proportioning valve from the 95. My goal is just to get it on the street and actually see if the transmission runs and everything before wintertime. So as of right now, it's just bolted in. It's not hooked up. The brake lines still need to be flared and everything like that. But I'm gonna show you here in a second exactly what it looks like. It's super small. It's gonna delete the ABS system that is no longer there since they took the ABS module. So yeah, let's check it out. So here it is, Willwood proportioning valve. You know, it's nice because it says Willwood on the side. I'm just kidding, these things are like 135 bucks. It's got a like cheaper style setup if you want to go with this proportioning valve. My thoughts on it, I might go and swap out the master cylinder with a Willwood master cylinder as well. I did go with a disc proportioning valve just because I plan on putting this truck into disc. So there is a chance that I might have to go and get the right proportioning valve that works with the drum and disc setup. But for now, since it's a cheap enough part, I know this is going to be the end result that I'm going to get. I'm just going to hold on to this. It'll mount up to that bracket if I need, so it's just those two screws come out, and then the fittings are generally going to be the same. So I don't have to worry too much about that. It's going to be deleting some of these ABS lines, getting some of those curls out of there, cleaning it up. That's going to be one nice thing. I'm going to get a lot of space down in there once I get those lines all moved where I want them and set up correctly. So other than that, this truck TBI unit rebuilt. When I got a TBI rebuild kit, did that real quick just because I robbed parts off of it. Still need to put the cap back on the distributor, put the wires on. It looks like a freaking mess under here. I know, not too worried about it. I was more worried about getting this truck up and running. Last thing that happened, I put some fuel in it that had some salt water from the sea in it. My boss was doing a flip. I broke down the street from the shop and decided to put the gas in this truck from that gas because the tank was laying around unmarked. And next thing you know, I got 5 gallons of seawater gas in this truck and pretty much just destroyed the TBI setup along with some of the fuel lines. They're pretty beat up. So this guy's not running. Trying to get all the fuel out of it. Thinking about either pulling the bed and pulling the pump or just dropping the tank altogether. Maybe just taking the fuel lines down and pumping it a few times till it's dead. I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to burn a battery like that or the pump up. That's a lot of work on that pump. So things that you guys haven't seen, this truck in particular has the seat and consoles that are going to be going into this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what that looks like, just so you know what it's gonna look like. Obviously, the dash is different. It's gonna be the 2010 dash, but this is the seats here. Obviously, it's a little messy. Just trying to move it from the backyard over here and doing burnouts and dog shit. You know how it goes. Yeah. So this is the seats. Took the headrests out, so you got more clearance in the back. You can see over the back. Otherwise, your headrest basically smacks up against the back window. Had a buddy with these seats in there. He didn't bolt them in. He went to sit back, actually, in that truck like 5 years ago. And why the back window is busted out on the driver's side is because he had this bucket seat in with the headrest on, leaned back, and smashed it out. So I took them off for that reason as well. As you can see, those aren't stock bolts. I just did a through bolt with a big-ass washer on the bottom. Made sure the head of this bolt was big enough that it wasn't going to catch. The washers on the bottom are like a 2.5 inch washer. They're pretty massive, just so it's not going to suck back through the floor. And then it's double nutted on the bottom side. All 4 corners is done. Center console, the nuts are welded on the bottom side of the cab, and then you just bolt straight down. So that's fairly secured as well. Things to keep in consideration. Some people probably want to know, do these fit pretty well? I mean, they do. I'm 6'3". The only thing that's kind of awkward is the position that your foot's got to kind of be in. I like to have my whole foot on the gas pedal and stuff. Some people like to just put the tiptoes on the bottom of the gas. If you do that, you're kind of like straight up down on top of it, so it's kind of an awkward position. But for me, it's not too bad. I mean, swapping to the brake pedal is probably the most awkward about it because you just got to come way up to get to it. because you're so close to the dash. I mean, it's not crazy close. You probably got about 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet till you get to the dash. But these trucks aren't very big to begin with anyways, so they do look great. A lot of reasons why it looks so nice on this one is because the carpet was replaced with brand new carpet from LMC, which they have high quality stuff. I would order from them again. It's really nice. Also, this is a 4-wheel drive truck, so the 4-wheel drive is flopped around, so it sits on the outside of the console. A lot of people try to figure this out, and they try to modify this bracket and everything like that. I found it easy enough just to flip this bracket flip it 180 degrees so it's facing the other direction, and the Z comes up this way. I don't think you can really see much under there. I got my amp and everything hidden under the console here, but you can't really see much of that. Basically, it's just a pin down there, I believe. I did this like 4 years ago. I think it's a pin or a bolt, and you just flip it around. Obviously, I could have did a nicer thing. I was gonna make a cover for this. I just haven't got that far, and then realized that basically gonna be pulling all this back out, putting the stock seats in this one, and then putting it back into the 95. So I have a complete 2010 interior from dash to door panels all the way to the seats and the console. Basically, the only thing that's not going to be 2010 in here, probably the cluster, the headliner. The pillars definitely aren't going to be the new body styles. Those are just a little bit too difficult to work with. I might end up just using the bottom half that kind of matches up with the dash, and then using the top half of a 90s, and then all the black back plastics here, I'm just going to leave those the same. So not a whole lot of staying 90s in this 90s. A lot of it's going to be the new body style, 2010 GMC style interior, with the seats, consoles, interior, door panels. Trying to get the steering column. I'm still debating if I really want to do that. And yeah, and then we got the hood as well. So this is going to be quite the mixture of a new body style and 90s. My two favorite years kind of just slammed into one. So yeah, now you guys see it. You guys know what's going to happen. It's already installed in this bad chicken. I just need to take it all back out, put it in that guy. So now you guys are all pretty much caught up for now. Like I said, I really want to get this one on the road before summer, but priorities before winter, priorities are hitting, so I might have to get this one running. I mean, it is running. I just need to get running better, new plugs, drain the tank, put some tires on it, and get the drive shaft shortened, just because it's too long and it's grinding. So that might be the first one to get done, but this one's fairly close to being done, getting back to work on it, especially in the wintertime. When it's cold out, I'm not going to be wanting to do anything outside, so a lot of the work's going to be done on this truck here. So if I can get the brakes going on this thing, great. If not, it's probably going to sit in here anyways. And yeah, so that's how far I am right now, and I'll catch you guys later when I get more done. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Catch you guys next time. Guys, I'm back in the garage once again. I'm trying to keep those videos rolling in for you guys. Not much has really changed in the sense of what I've been doing to the truck. Last thing that happened, I was tearing parts off of other trucks to get one of my trucks restarted. So one thing that I did do that you guys haven't seen yet, I put a Willwood proportioning valve in the 95, the one that has a bunch of customized stuff on it. And I'll show you guys here in a second. Super easy install. It's not super expensive. The hardest part's going to be flaring the lines and finding the right fittings. I haven't done that part yet, but at least the mounting for the proportioning valve is super easy. So all right, and here it is, the Willwood brake proportioning valve. This one's set up for discs because I know I'm gonna be swapping to discs in the rear anyways. So I went ahead and got the disc one. I might need to get one set up for a drum just so I can get it on the street and ran. But at least if I do that, most likely my fittings are all gonna be the same once I swap it out. So I won't have to recreate any of the brake lines. I'll just basically swap out the little proportioning valve itself, leave the bracket Don't even have to get the new bracket kit or anything. So yeah, this is what it looks like. You get your 2 lines, goes in the master cylinder. I might end up getting a Willwood master cylinder. I'm not quite sure. It might be easier to do it just so I can have a Willwood set up all the way through the whole truck eventually. That's what I want to do anyways. But, you know, hook up my 2 wires for the brake switch, all that good stuff. So some of these lines are going to disappear down here because they were for the ABS, and it'll look a lot cleaner. There's not going to be a bunch of brake lines down there anymore. So, and as far as that, started getting it kind of put back together after I had robbed all the parts off of this to get that one running. I actually didn't get it running and made 2 trucks sit. So if you can, try not to rob parts off of the trucks that are already running. Kind of a dumb move on my part, but it is what it is. I don't drive these every day. These are just my projects. So yeah, this guy's almost back together. Just got to throw the distributor back on, or the cap, and then put the wires back on, all that good stuff. You guys have seen, already got the hood and the bumper. They're already pretty much ready to go. Things you guys haven't seen really is the seats and the console setup that I'm going to be putting in the 95 to go with that interior. It's already in my 94 and I set it up a while back. Excuse the mess. I've been doing burnouts in the backyard. Super wet outside, so there's a bunch of grass and a bunch of stuff in here. Usually it's a little bit cleaner, but yeah, this is the seat and console setup. I took the headrests off just so you can see the back windows a little bit better. I still have them with me, but yeah, it doesn't mount in the same spot. I basically did drill through and then put washers on the bottom side, some big washers, and then put a nut on the back side and then cinch them down. All 4 corners are done on each side, and they scoot far enough back. I mean, I can get in this thing. I'm 6'3", and the seats seem kind of close to the dash once you're in here, but realistically, I mean, the angle for the throttle and your brake is a little bit different. You're a little bit more on top of it, but you do have that leg room in here. I mean, these aren't really that big to begin with, really. You don't have a lot of side room anyways. And I mean, it's got nice bolstering. I like these seats quite a bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these in that 95 just to complete the interior. And this is the style that bolts up into the dash. It has a head unit right here. This is not like the LT model or whatever that has the secondary pocket, kind of like the diesels have. But yeah, basically all put in. That guy's in there. And basically what I did for that guy, for the mounting, I had just welded some bolts to the floor, drilled it all the way through. Well, I drilled it all the way through, welded the bolts to the floor on the bottom side, or the nuts on the bottom side, and then I can just bolt it straight down in there. So it is a super fairly clean setup. I like it a lot. Obviously the carpet was swapped out with the black carpet. LMC has some nice carpet setups, but yeah, I'll be pulling this out of here. I do have the stock seats that go in here. I need to find a center console for stock one, and then I'm gonna have to swap out this carpet. But since it's already cut out and everything like that, I'll just go ahead and swap it over to the other one. The only difference is I'm gonna have to kind of hide this little cutout for my 4-wheel drive. This is a 4-wheel drive truck. The only way this is gonna work with this console is if you flip this bar. So underneath this is kind of hard to see. Underneath this, there's a little pin. You can pull it out, flip the bar so that it's facing the other direction. And it is a little bit more difficult. It's like right up against your knee in the wintertime, but as long as you're not shifting between a second and fourth every like 2 minutes, it's not too bad. You can basically just shift it and go and be on your day. So other than that, that's pretty much all that I've gotten done so far. Got a steal on some Texas editions. That's pretty sweet. Still working on getting the title for that turdlet, the dog that ate the title for it, so I got to get another title, and then that's going to be one of our flip trucks. So lots of projects going on, lots of things going, but at least we got some more progress on this guy. This is the reason that I haven't made a ton of videos, is because I have like 4 other vehicles to deal with as well. And some of them are a flip. Like that's a flip. The white truck around the corner is a flip. This one I'm gonna keep as a daily driver. Go ahead and park my 98 because it's low mile. But as of now, you guys have seen it. The portion valve's in. The hood's getting ready to be done. I just need to go ahead and sand it down 180 like I keep saying. and keep on going. I think my next move is maybe get that other door panel put on. Show you guys how that all goes, and get some plastic adhesive, plastic repair, 3M stuff, so we can get the dash all squared away as well. Get those end pieces bolted on. Yeah, hopefully get a parts truck so I can finish up getting the one in the back corner done. This guy back here needs a column. Jack the torsioning keys back up. Put some springs in it. Or not springs, put some shocks in it. I think the springs in the back are fine. And yeah, throw a grill on it, sell it, get some money. So a lot of things going on. A lot of money to be made. These things are going for quite a bit up here. So I will keep on plugging away at these guys. I'll try to keep most of my attention on this. Mainly because if I can get this out of the garage, I don't have to put an auto start in that thing and drive it in the winter. So if I can put that in the garage over the winter, that's great. If not, this thing's just gonna stay in here. That's better for you guys anyways. I'll make more videos and stuff like that. So, yep, check you guys later. Oops, the landlord's gonna be pissed. Pretty sure that's from doing a burnout in the yard.